are live on YouTube. Say hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome to Black Girl Biz Club Wine and Biz Chat. I wanted to do something creative, right? We are in the quarantine. Of course, for people who are not watching this live, today is April the 18th, 2020. So we are currently mid-pandemic, mid-quarantine. And we are gonna make the best of it. None of us have been stopping our business flow. So we are gonna chat about it and really get to know each other and introduce you guys to the public. So real quick, for the people that don't know what Black Girl Biz Club is, Black Girl Biz Club is an organization that I created simply to promote, support, and grow Black women-owned businesses. We do a whole lot of stuff separate, and this is just the virtual room for us to come together and support each other and share game and be there in the time of difficulties. Michi, you'll probably hit on that later because kind of having a business bestie and that sort of thing. So that's what Black Girl Biz Club was created for. So if you have not learned anything about it, blackgirlbiz.club is where you go to learn. That's blackgirlbiz.club. So we're gonna do introductions. I'm gonna start with Michelle. Michelle, tell them who you are, where you're from, and what you do, boo.
Let them know, girl.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michelle Dames. I am from the south suburbs of Chicago. I have two parts of myself. So I am a lifestyle influencer of natural.com. So I have a lifestyle blog where I inspire women to be confident, courageous, and unique in every way. I've been blogging for about 10 years. So I started as a natural hair blog essentially, but I pivoted to a lifestyle blog after I had my daughter. And I'm also a social media strategist and the CEO of Thames Media Solutions. And we are a social media agency that provides social media services to small business owners and entrepreneurs. And we want to help you thrive online. So I'm all about social media. Like, I'm a nerd when it comes to social media. Is to know about social media is probably, I probably saw it in my inbox early this morning. So that's a little bit about me. So thanks for having me too.
Welcome. Portia's having a few technical difficulties, so I'm gonna go to Meech.
Give me a second.
You good, boo? We're gonna go to Meech, and we're gonna let Meech give her introduction. Introduce yourself, ma'am.
Hey, everyone. It's your girl, Miss Michi. I am the owner of the Blueprint Media Company. I'm also a media personality and a host of the Blueprint Radio. I come on every Thursday from 6 to 8. And also, I'm the host of Corporate Chronicles, where I give you full detailings on the things that have happened with me in corporate America and how you can get around that and continue to keep rising to the top if that's what you choose. I happen to be an entrepreneur and also in the corporate world. So I really like to use my operational experience to help people better their marketing and promotions for their business or any of their entities. So I'm here, we'll get into my social medias later.
Yes. And for anybody listening, her podcast and show Corporate Chronicles is so dope because as you watch it, you will literally put yourself in places when you was at work and you'd be like, that's just like Jerry. And like you can put yourself in situations and be like, and it's really just a good thing. And for anybody watching, any entrepreneurs that are still working their 9 to 5, you're not by yourself. A lot of the women that you look up to and that you think this is all we do, we are still working day jobs. Michelle, I know you were up to last year. Like, we still work day jobs. So do what you got to do until you make it. So, and Portia, give your introduction.
Hey y'all, I'm Portia. I'm CEO. I have two brands actually. One is the Fashion Misfits, and the second one. Am I on here? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry, I'm having technical difficulties, y'all. But anyway. And then the second one is This Is My Get Money Collection. And you can follow me at thisismygetmoneycollection.com. So make sure you shop online, get you a Get Money hoodie.
Yes.
So really, that's just affirmation for everything. we all business girls, we all get into the money, you know, we on the grind and all that. So that's like my affirmation to everybody to go on and get you some money.
That's right, girl.
And it's a whole vibe, y'all. Sometimes I have to just put my hoodie on because I be like, listen, I gotta center myself and I gotta be about the money today.
Yeah,
It
get you in the mind
one of
state.
these days.
It puts you in the mind state.
It really, really does. So, quick introduction for everyone watching. My name is Kim Brio. I am the founder of Black Girl Biz Club. I also own Soul Say & Co., which is a media company. We produce media, and more importantly, I'm a branding strategist. So I do web and graphic design and consulting for small businesses and entrepreneurs. You can learn more at kimbrio.com. That was quick and easy, right? All right. So let's get to the fun stuff, okay? So
All right.
The first thing I really want to address, since I have us all on here and we got some people already tuning in and everything.
Hey.
Right? Hey, all this melanin on your screen. Don't know what to do with yourself. But being a Black woman in business, being a Black woman is unique. How about that? That's the first thing. Right. So obviously being a Black woman in business and entrepreneurship is unique. And a lot of us have been in business for a different amount of time, but what are some of the unique struggles that you see being a woman in business and then further being a Black woman in business?
Start.
Go ahead. Whoever starts off, go ahead.
That was cute. She's like, go ahead, girl, pass to you.
I'm going to say that my most difficult thing has been expanding my reach. In order for me to continue to have my voice heard and have a platform and be able to, you know, do positive things within like the media industry, you got to be able to expand, because I don't know if you all have had the experience, but sometimes your inner network is not really, they're not going to really get you to the level that you probably can see your business going. So that's probably been my unique thing that I'm still working towards daily.
Working through. Absolutely. And shout out to Whitney, who just tuned into the live, sending her love. Hey. What other things, what were you going to say, Portia? Did you have one you were going to say?
One of the difficulties, I don't know. Come back to me. Go to Michelle.
Okay. What about, do you have one in mind, Michelle? Because I definitely have one in mind too.
I do. So one of the difficulties I feel like being a Black woman in business is sometimes other Black women, period, don't want to like share resources and information. And I feel like sometimes like it's a competition, but it's not a competition because all of our audiences are different. All four of us here have all four different audiences and are not talking to the same people. And I just feel like sometimes, you know, if you know somebody and you guys have a relationship, you should be able to go to them and say, hey, you know, I'm thinking about this. What do you know any information about this? Like yesterday, I was talking to one of my business friends about LinkedIn leads and she gave me the information. But some people are like, well, you have to buy my class for $297. Like, I'm not buying your class for $297. I'm already, for me, it's really hard because I'm already at a place where I know a whole lot. So if I'm going to spend some money on something, it has to be something that I don't know.
And like, I can't teach myself.
Exactly.
Or you can't find it online.
Or I can't find it.
Yeah, exactly. That's so heavy. And I think that that's a really big thing. And part of the reason that I actually started the Black Girl Biz Club, because it's funny you brought that up, as I would be interacting, and especially with, I would call myself finding like older Black women in business that I would be like, oh my God, I just really want, oh my God, like I want you to mentor me. And then I would expect them to be like receptive and, you know, and it was not that. And it took me off guard. And I think that it's funny that when I asked about what one of the hardest things about being a Black woman in business is, y'all, let's be clear for the people that are listening. One of the things we just said is other Black women.
Everybody don't believe in collaboration. And we don't have to be in competition. It's like, let's take over these markets. You got a network of people. I got a network of people. Let's link up, because you can't do everything yourself.
By yourself. Yeah.
Michelle, you just hit up. I was trying to really keep it, as Kim always says, real diplomatic, but that is real. I think that the most problems that I have run into, unfortunately, has been in conjunction with other women that I'm just like this. I care for your business. I'm not here for no negativity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now speak on it if it's been your experience.
No, I agree with you.
That was a word.
Now I have another question for you guys. When it comes to being a Black woman in business and you find yourself interacting with other businesses or corporations that don't look like us, what kind of experiences have you had dealing with that at all? Or has it been easier to work with, just keep it real, has it been easier to work with other people?
It's been easy for me. Like, just wearing my hoodie is like a statement piece. Like, people of all walks of color, they'll come up to me like, oh, I like your hoodie. Where you get it from? It's like, oh, I make these. You can get it from here. So I haven't had any difficulties, within my business with other groups of people. So I don't know. I guess I'm lucky and blessed.
Yeah. So. What about you, Michelle? And hold on, I'm gonna get to you, but I want to ask Michelle, because of all of us that are on this call, Michelle is the one that's been working with the biggest of the brands. Okay. Mm-hmm. Michelle's been the one that's been working with the biggest of the corporations. How has that been coming into that as a Black woman? And not only a Black woman from a natural hair care brand at the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was about natural hair at the beginning. What was that like, and how did you kill any of their expectations, if that makes sense?
It wasn't really hard on that part per se, like working with people. I will say that in the blogging and influencer industry period, it's hard to be a Black woman because a lot of opportunities always go to our counterparts. I'm not even gonna lie, there's been campaigns that I've been up against for that other people have gotten that I'm not gonna say they didn't deserve to get it, but it's just like they got it because of certain reasons. It's really hard, especially being a Black influencer, because I mean, they want somebody with blonde hair, blue eye. Sometimes it just depends on the campaign too. They're really looking for a specific person. So I wouldn't say that it was hard per se in the beginning. It was hard switching from natural hair to lifestyle though, because most of my audience want me to talk about my hair. And when I don't talk about that anymore, they're like, you want to talk about this. But when I went on my lock journey, it's different now, because now I'm still talking about somewhat hair with my locks, but
yeah, you can feel that void form a little bit.
Yeah.
And still give them everything else.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you guys.
I will say that the brands though that I have worked with, they love me as a person. So I feel like you have to bring you into it and make it you. And that's how you will win at anything, because I'm authentic at who I am, and they want to work with me campaign after campaign after campaign, because they're like, oh, we love working with her. You're so easy to work with. You do, you submit everything. It's easy to read. So, I mean, it just depends.
Yeah. Now, what about you, Meech? Because here's the thing, Meech, you have the day job where you have to bounce back and forth with the others, and not necessarily, what I've noticed, and I will say publicly that I love about you, Meech, and I kind of want you to speak on this as you answer, is you've been able to blend urban and corporate, if that makes sense, and create a sense where you're accepted in both places. Like most of our listeners watching Secure, she like how they say Molly could be at the boardroom and at the table, at the space table, like Meech is like that. What has been your experience with that?
I've just learned how over the years to perfectly code switch. I can go into a corporate area and be in a suit. I mean, you code switch and people get uncomfortable with that word. I'm not uncomfortable with it. I conduct myself accordingly, and I can maneuver within both departments. So it's, I go over there, I'm in my suit, and then I get out and go put a whole leopard dress and be ready to go to my next event. You just got to know how to switch it up and know what to do at the right time. So I haven't really had too much of that issue on that side, no.
Okay. That's so crazy that as we're talking, and I'm just going to say too, I think that maybe once or twice I had a few issues where, I was underestimated, of course, because it was a little Black girl, and I look 12 and stuff. I look like a little chunky 12-year-old, but those situations, like you guys said, when you come to the table and you deliver, it only takes one time to deliver before they're like, you know what? she knows what she's doing. So we just want to keep working with her. But it's just really crazy to bring to the forefront the people that are listening. It's really crazy that we can honestly say it's harder working with each other than with the other. I think that's a realistic thing that I think that we needed to see. You understand what I'm saying? I think that's real.
Not happening anymore though, Kim. That I think that it happens probably initially going into it, and you just kind of you learn your discernment along the way. But I can say first branching into business, that was probably when I experienced the height of issues with other people. I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to do my thing, but now it's a little bit different.
What would you say? and as you guys answer this each, let people kind of know where you are in business, how long you've been kind of doing this thing. I know we touched on some of those in our introductions, but what would you say right now is the hardest thing in business for you? Let's start with Michelle.
So for my social media agency, I just started my business in August when I resigned from my position. So just a little background. So I recently resigned from my position in social media and digital marketing at a very large beauty brand, well-known beauty brand. So I've only had that business for almost a year. And I would say the hardest thing right now is just finding my ideal client. I know who my ideal client is, but just finding that person and who is willing to pay my rates. Because let's be honest, you know what you're worth. And I'm not willing to back down on my prices on anything. Even during this time, I have given some discounts and done some things, but we still have to eat. I still have to pay my mortgage. I still have to pay my bills. Okay. So just finding that person that is really serious in their business about social media, because a lot of people just think you just post the picture and that's it. So just finding a person that's really serious about what they're doing and them being able to pay. Because let's be honest, a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners may not have the funds to pay for social media. They may just think that it costs $25, but no, it doesn't. It's an actual strategy. It's an actual proven systems and things that I'm doing for you that I've done for businesses that garnered them millions of dollars. So,
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, your shit.
Okay,
I'm over here like, my whole thing is real recognizing real. So even though I'm in that field, I'm gonna talk to you because I feel like that we have to be able to trust the pros, because you can be good at something, but there's always a business that could be better where it's like, instead of it being like, oh, I got to do my own thing, you can go and actually learn. She has the services. So I think that's awesome. I'm sold, honey. I'm sold.
Now, same question for you, Meech. What is the hardest thing for you in business right now? Michelle, it's really important because we're going to come back to this. Michelle is finding your ideal client that can pay.
Exactly.
Right? What about you, Meech?
You know what? I've been able to, during this time, kind of have a little bit more time for creation. So it's actually been pretty positive, where usually I don't really have that time because I am juggling in between, going and working a 9-to-5 and not. So my circumstance changed naturally with the pandemic. So I'm home. So I'm able to do a little bit more to, I think, really just kind of push myself once everything ends.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not too bad right now.
What about before this? You hit on something major, because the fact that you answered it like that makes me want to dig in and ask, how are you balancing? How do you feel like you were balancing work and entrepreneurship before this?
The blueprint, everything was going great and I was on a pretty good schedule, but I felt like I wanted more time to manifest more ideas that I had that the time wasn't there yet because I already had these things going. So I would say time was an issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you have that.
Right.
Thank you, COVID.
Both of them. I was tired. I'm like, I want to go to sleep. And I still do things, but not sprout any new ideas. And it's about being innovative.
Yeah. Now, what about you, Miss Portia?
Well, first, I don't want to say difficult because I don't like to speak those things into existence. So I'm just gonna say different.
Yeah.
Something is
growing.
Different.
There we go. Yes.
That's what's going on with me right now is having a business partner. So I've had my line since 2013. Like I've done everything on my own. Everything was all me, 100% me. I may take some input from friends and stuff like that, but it was mostly me. So now that I have a business partner, we've been in business for the first part of this year, end of last year. Shout out to Adam. It's just different having to consult with somebody else and having to come to an agreement about things before I just put them out, or even if you want to put something out, we just always gotta have a meeting of the minds before everything. So that's just a little something different that I'm going through that I'm getting used to, because that's kind of like a relationship as well. So
yeah,
we growing and we learning, and it's different, it's exciting, I'm enjoying it. So that's really the only thing, just having to consult with somebody else, like after having done everything on your own for so long. So
it's new. It's new.
It's very, we making it work though.
Yeah. I want to thank you for saying, like, I want to say difficult, because I think that one thing that's really important is we have to understand the power of speech that we have over ourselves. So it's important for us to be able to pull each other out and be like, don't say difficult, just say like learning lesson or something like that. You know what I mean? Because there's power in our words, and I appreciate that. I would say for me, my biggest learning lesson right now is not necessarily negative. It's kind of like me, just more towards the positive side now, but I didn't realize it until after the pandemic. So I was making excuses before this regarding creating content. I would be like, no, but I have to be at the right place and I have to have the right kind of background, and I can't just do it at home, and I can't, like, it has to be right and the sound has to be perfect. And I really want to do it in the studio. Yes. And then the pandemic happened, y'all. And Robin Roberts was doing Good Morning America from her crib. And I was like,
no excuses. No excuses.
That's literally what happened. I was like, Kelly and Ryan are from their kitchen and her closet. Okay. So for me, it's really crazy that recently, it's funny too, like me, your learning, your growth thing, I just reached the apex of it. And it kind of, we had to go through something that was difficult, that turned our situations better off in the other side, on the other end. And for anybody listening, pull that out of this. Like, the things that you feel like are difficult, you're making it through those, but there's going to be something on the other side of that, or something that you pull out of that, some lesson in that. That's a great next question. OMG. And then I have another question after this. Talk to me about lessons learned. Talk to me about some of the lessons that you've learned in business that were, in retrospect, because all of us have been in business for a really decent amount of time, right? Something that was in retrospect really difficult to go through, but now you understand why you went through it and you wouldn't change it, if that makes sense.
When I started, I had asked somebody, like, where was they getting their t-shirts from? They plug basically.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I can't give you that information. And I was kind of taken aback by that first. I'm like, dang, you ain't gonna help me out or whatever. So once I started getting into it and I started researching it, and it's just so much stuff that you got to go through with trial and error. It's like all those hours she done spent, finding however and spending money and wasting it. And I just wanted it for free. You know what I'm saying? So that was something major that I learned. If you want to learn something, you're going to find a way, you're going to research it, and you're going to figure it out. And nobody owes you anything for free. And then just like I was telling you, start from where you are. Like, we have all these excuses. That's why we can't do something.
Yes.
We just got to get it done. Whatever you got, just do it. If you don't have your website, you could, you got a Cash App, you could still sell stuff online, even if you don't have it. Like, it's always a way,
to get started.
Yep. Just start, and the rest is gonna come. It's gonna fall in line.
I like that. What about you guys? What about your lessons that were difficult going through them, but when you came out on the other side, you was like, okay, that was hard, but I'm better now. I'm better having gone through that.
I would say done is better than perfect. Like you said, I used to be like, well, I don't have a microphone to record this podcast, so how am I gonna do it? Well, I recorded it and it just sounds horrible.
I
Well,
want to put this out.
all of these graphics that I'm doing, like, so I just had to get over that initially. So it may seem like to somebody looking on the outside looking in to what I'm doing right now, like, dang, Michelle just doing all this stuff. No, Michelle had to come to Jesus moment and was like, well, you just gonna put out everything because something is gonna stick, something may not work. I mean,
And somebody gonna like it.
That's right. It's
I've
gonna
done
hit
things that
somewhere.
I'm like, well, why hasn't this worked? Why hasn't this worked? And I would beat myself up over something that hasn't worked. But then I was like, well, you just have to go back to the drawing board and figure out a different strategy.
Yeah.
So that's been a tough thing for me, just to, if something doesn't work, figuring out a different strategy and not beating myself up because it didn't work. It's just, it didn't work for the time or whatever, but just figuring out a new strategy and just putting stuff out, because I'll hold on to something and it'll be a year and pass. I'm supposed to put out courses that I've been doing for like a year and a half. Where are they?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That is so me too. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, that was so me too. I'm literally listening to you and it's so funny. And if you guilty of this, just twinkle your fingers. Like, there's literally stuff that I have courses on the computer. I have ebooks on the computer. I have podcast episodes that are just not released because we be like, nobody want to hear that. Nobody want to read that. I don't know if this is good enough, you know? And first of all, it feels good to know, even though you know logically that you're not the only person that feels like that, it feels good to know that someone else feels, you know what I mean, has felt that, and you like, okay, you can make it through because she's shining right now, so you can make it through, you know? That's encouraging. What about you, Meech?
I mean, after I was like listening to you all, I really had to kind of dig deep a little bit to feel like, okay, what is it? And I would say that, you know, being a creative, and Kim, I'm pretty sure you can recognize this too. We sit on a lot of good stuff, not always with the full 1,000% confidence that's needed to push those things. And being in this pandemic now, it's just like I've allowed myself to be open to different opportunities. And then I've been trying to work on the stuff that was sitting in my mind. I'm just like, what should I do with it? And actually putting a strategy towards it, because there's already a lot going on. But those last few things that I can't get out of my mind, that's been my thing. It's like, push it out, girl.
Just give birth to it, because you're gonna stay pregnant with it. It's gonna be hurting. Listen, and when you stay pregnant with that idea, that whatever I don't know about you guys, there has literally been times where like my chest will start hurting, like, you got to get this out. The Lord will be on you like,
girl.
I guess for me, I guess the biggest lesson, it kind of piggybacking on something that Portia talked about earlier. I had a couple of situations where business partner things would be really hard for me. And I will find myself jumping from this business partner to this business partner. And the first thing that you do, that I did, was, it's me. It's something wrong with me. You know what I mean? And I will definitely say, now, having reached the level that I'm at, I understand every reason for going through what I went through with those people. You know what I mean? Every learning lesson. And I see, actually, on the other side of it, both individuals coming out better. You know what I mean? So it's hard to see that and feel that sometimes in the midst of conflict. You know what I'm saying? But I will definitely say that brought me out on the other side better. And it feels better now than it did during that time, because that was, you know what I mean? Like, when you in the midst of it, it's rough. It's rough. I want to talk to you guys about something, and I want, number one, Whitney said, Michi always being diplomatic. Girl, you better speak on it. I mean, I don't know if that's what I don't know if it had all of that, but I just needed to read it that way.
That was the real me. I'm always real, but I'm like, that was what was in my spirit.
That was what was in your shando.
No, not that time.
Man, let me ask you guys about, and I'm going to start off with this one because this one could be a little tricky, but I want us to talk about some real stuff, okay? I want to talk about staying in your lane, okay? And I'm going to talk to you guys, for me, in regards to that about the times that and you guys correct me if I'm wrong and let me know if you've had anything similar. When I would be like stepping out of my lane or I would be like trying to do something like super extra, I will always make stuff more difficult for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I really think that over the past like 2 years, when I really learned how to, because bootstrapping your business is one thing, but sometimes you have to know when to pay to go to the specialist for certain things that you cannot DIY. We can't DIY everything. We feel like we can. You know what I'm saying? We feel like I can do it. I can just get on Google and we can do a sufficient job. But when it really comes to elevating your brand and doing what you're supposed to do, sometimes you need to go to a professional. What have your experiences been with staying in your lane? Have you ever been like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, like a couple times, like I veered in another lane and the other cars was like, girl, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm gonna stay in my lane. What has you guys' experience been on either side of staying in your lane, and what's the value of learning and understanding that? Whoever want to go first can go.
I'm quick to buy a course or something if I feel like it's valuable. So what I do is, now I'm gonna study this person that says they're an expert in this field, and it could be for a few months. I have to go back and get receipts. I'm a Libra too, so I'm like a detective. I can find out anything. So I go and find out what I need to know about this person to make sure that they're legit. Because I'm always investing in myself and my business. I don't have a problem with doing that, but it just has to be the right thing. Because when I started off, and you said you wanted me to get real, when I started off in my blogging journey, I hired a PR person and I got scammed. So I have to make sure that the person that I buy whatever course from that I'm going to learn from is legit, because I've been scammed before and I'm not getting scammed again. I mean, I know it's inevitable to sometimes get scammed, because a lot of these people that are on social media right now will make you feel like that they're this expert that they're really not. So you really have to look into the people, you know, read their testimonials and reviews. I mean, and sometimes that really don't matter, because I know a person, I'm just like, yeah, all these is, they just want to
friends.
They just want to work with you.
Like y'all foo out here. Bye.
So I just really have to research the person. So I'm getting into speaking. So I got into speaking this year. So I purchased some speaking courses from a person. Like, she was amazing, but I did my research. Like,
so you knew before you spent your money that you would get what you needed to get delivered upon.
Yes, and she delivered more than what I even paid for. You know what I'm saying? She gave me a lot of information, but I just have to gotta know who is the expert and like do the research. I would say really research the person, even if it's a conference or whatever it is, because as we know, it could turn into the Fire Festival.
The Fire Festival, I was about to say, because it's pretty.
That's a hot mess.
Yeah.
That's sound advice. Understand who the expert is too before you do, because what you don't want to do, like you said, is be like, you know what? Because I can only imagine that would be devastating, where you come to the idea that I need a professional to do X, Y, Z, and you be like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and find and invest, and then it blows up in your face. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. What about you ladies? What y'all got to say about staying in your lane? What experiences have you had or not had? Or why do you think there's such a value in staying in your own lane? Because there's a value in staying in your lane.
With me staying in my own lane, like, I look at something, maybe I'll go to YouTube University and, you know, see if I could do it. And if it just sounds too outrageous and too hard, it's like, I'm not gonna stress myself out. I'll pay somebody else for this, because if you're not interested in doing it, you're not gonna do a good job at it. Like, I wouldn't try to figure out how to put a website together, because I don't like doing that. So that's not something I'm gonna even waste my time on. I'm just gonna pay somebody to do that. You know what I'm saying? So with me, it goes on my interest. So if it sounds fun, I might try it out. But if it's just something too technical and just something I'm not really interested in, I'm gonna pay somebody else to do that, because I'm not gonna stress myself out, and I know I can't do everything.
Yeah.
On two sides of it. So I'm on the side of probably needing to stay in my lane. My husband is a graphic and he has helped me out with a lot of things. But with his schedule and different things that go on as far as within my business, I need to create material for myself. So I will do that, you know, and then it's like I get him to look at it, y'all, and will legit be salty when he be like, this what you need to do. And I'm like, I shouldn't have asked you, you know. So I know that I need to, you know, like definitely stay within my lane with that. I do a good job. He acknowledges that. But, you know, when you put it in front of a pro, they gonna dissect it, you know. So I have to learn to, you know, be a little bit more patient in that realm, because I'm like, pump it out. Let's go.
That is so funny.
Then as far as for like, you know, we've been talking about like competition and all of these different things that are coming up within Black women being in business. And it's just like, for me, I believe that you have like your connection to media people, because we all have different networks, but it does not always work out like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, you trying to do the same stuff I'm doing. I'm just over here trying to be in my lane. I mean, can everybody just kind of, can you monopolize over here what you do and not try to impede on my stuff? Because this is the thing, if it's someone that's trying to impede directly on your business dealings, that's when it becomes a problem. I don't care about the whole pool of people. That's the
Exactly.
thing. I don't know.
But I care about my client, and now you're hitting up my prospect. Now we got a problem.
Like, hey, wait a minute now. You got to back. You got to get back a little bit, you know. So that's when it becomes a problem for me. But outside of that, it's
been pretty. Let me ask you guys this in regards to staying in your own lane or whatever. Why would you articulate that as valuable? So I'll go first so you guys understand what I'm asking. For me, I believe staying in your own lane is valuable because the same way that they say like a jack of all trades is never going to be an expert, you can't become an expert at something that you don't become immersed in, and you can't become immersed in something if you do 73 things. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know any, like, that's just
I like doing 73 things, Kim, because I'm a Gemini, so I can't help it. Like,
she's like, I got enough space for all 73 of those.
I can do all 93. But see, here's the thing. Let me say this. People have to understand this too. Stand in your lane. Let me preface this. Stand in your lane as a business owner does not mean you can't own a business that's not in your industry. That means that you hire people within that industry to help run your business.
Absolutely.
I'm not a restaurateur. You understand what I mean? But when I get ducats, I want to open a restaurant. And when it's time to open that restaurant, I'm going to go to the best of the best in that and pay them whatever how you want to do this? You want to do consulting? You want to be partners? How you want to do this? You know? So that
goes back to what Michelle said about making sure that you research who you're working with, because if you research somebody that has proven results, you can work with them and invest your money and have full confidence that there's going to be a return.
Exactly. Exactly. What do you guys think? Why do you think staying in your lane is so important? If I said something, if I didn't say something that you feel, why do you feel like staying in your lane is important?
I feel like it's important because, like you said, you cannot do everything. I know I can't do everything. I'm not a graphic designer, so I only work in Canva. So if it can't be done in Canva, then I cannot do it.
Gonna do it.
Hashtag Canva, baby. Because
I was about to say y'all are soul sisters.
Give me
my Canva sister.
They need to partner with me because I swear that I use them all the time. But no, I'm not a graphic designer, and in my business, obviously, I work with clients who need graphics created. But I have, a network of people that I can go to get that. I'm not about to put something out for one of my clients that looks horrible because I wanted to do everything in my business, and I know that I cannot do it.
Just to cut corners.
Yes, if it's a reflection of me and my business, I am absolutely not going to do anything or give any type of service that I am not versed in. So no graphic design, no website design. I'm not designing a website. If I can't do it on GoDaddy, because that's where I did my website, I can do it on there.
Shout out to Wix.
Or Shopify. I'm not doing it.
It's not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen.
That's something really important. I want people that's listening to pull from this or whatever. Shout out to Dre from Special Request Entertainment just chimed in. Shout out. But I really want people to pull from that. It's not even just about you with staying in your lane. It's about your clients.
That's right.
And a lot of times when we choose to veer out of our lane, we're not thinking of our clients, we're thinking of our bottom line or our time frame or something of that nature that makes us make that decision. And I would challenge anyone who's listening, when you're at that point, do what Michelle said. Think about your client. Is this going to compromise their final product, service, whatever? If
That's
it is, then you need to make sure that you're understanding where your growth is, where your strong point is. You know what I'm saying? That was good.
Yes, it was.
That was good. She's like, touche. Do this.
Okay.
Now, I'm not gonna let us be on here much longer because we like 45 minutes to run. We did really well. Like, I'm really
That was
excited.
quick.
I know, right? It just flew by. But I want to kind of know, and I'm going to ask you guys this on camera about Black Girl Biz Club, right? What kind of things can we as Black women do, and can like Black Girl Biz Club implement to foster collaboration and to foster passing information down and to foster healthy mentorships and you understand what I mean? Like, what kind of things can we do to foster that? Because it's one thing to have a whole big group of Black women that are business, that's great. But if we don't foster how to work with each other, how to circulate the lady dollars, how to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it's in vain. So what kind of things do you guys see? And it doesn't have to just be activities. Maybe it's a mindset shift that we need to perpetuate, but what kind of things can we do as Black women to begin to work together in business?
Be open, because a lot of people don't, I mean, a lot of, not just Black women, people in general just don't want to be open to an opportunity to get to know somebody else and to work with somebody else. I just think that being open is important, because you never know who you can network with. You never know who you might run into that can help you down the line, or that you can refer somebody to, you know, refer one of your clients to or something like that. But just being open. I think that the Black Biz Club is good, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not join a lot of clubs and a lot of things that have to involve a large group of women and a large group of people, just because I'm just always so weary about this women entrepreneur
empowerment thing
that's not really real on so many levels. And for me to be a part of something,
it's kind of clicky. It gets clicky.
Yes, it gets clicky.
Yes, and there'll be no support. You'd be like, damn, y'all ain't supporting
especially at the events that they have. They only talk to the people that they know, and you done paid all this money to sit in a seminar for some stuff you could have just Googled, you know?
Yeah. Be like, I paid to be a part of your club. What are the amenities? I would like to know.
Okay.
That's heavy. Important. So what kind of things do you think fosters us being able to be open? So like the one thing I'll say, Michelle, what you're saying, be open. I think that I can begin to practice that even more, being open about business, not just the good times, but the not so good times too, and the learning lessons. So people don't always think like, oh, is she perfect? She got it. Like I'm struggling just like you. So what other things can we do to foster that action?
We gotta be.
I guess if you got like some extra time, like, you know, offer your assistants, your mentorship to other up and coming, whatever they want to be, artists, entrepreneurs. I know I probably need to get better at that, but it's like I'm still learning. So it's like, you know, I know I can teach some things, but at the same time, I feel like it's more that I need to learn before I can go teach other people. But I guess just like offering your services to people. I mean, you can give a little free information out here and there, you know, just at least to get people on their feet and, you know, get them on the right path.
Give them a little free game.
Just a little bit.
Well, y'all probably, I mean, if anybody, y'all done probably listen to the shows of different people that I done talked to. My mantra that I live by is just being consistent and diligent in your practices. If you know how to kill whatever business or industry or entity that you're in, if you're an artist or whatever the case is, continue to go hard and don't stop. Always try to look for different strategies and things that you can do to grow and take things to the next level and get more exposure for whatever it is that you have going on. You know, it's like you can't stop people. I hate to see people that go into businesses and take hiatuses. I'm like, get back on your stuff. We see you. We are rooting for you.
And then we forgot about you.
Right. I'm like, the Tyra Banks me. I'm like, I was rooting for you. Stay on what it is that you're doing and just continue to be consistent and diligent. Always be innovative. Look for different ways to keep up with the times, but still align with your business goals and your mission. That's all you got to do. And you can continue to keep moving forward. So that would be my little word of what we could do as Black business women. Keep going. Don't stop. Get it, as Luke would say. But it does apply.
You know what? You see what I mean, guys, about the corporate and the urban. You see?
I'm gonna mix it up for you. And my whole thing is just continue to stay encouraged. Get you a good group of sister girls that's gonna encourage you. They're not gonna sit there and be like, "No, girl, you can't do it." They're gonna talk into you and feed into it. And I don't mean to preach, Kim, but this is just the real as far as what is really, really needed. Get you a strong group of people. Don't get no haters. You should be able to determine that at this point. Get you some people that's gonna love on you and they genuinely believe in your mission, and you're not gonna stop. You're gonna keep going.
Yeah. Can I just say two things? The first thing, I want to piggyback off of what you said when you were talking about getting a group of people that support you. So there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be friends that you thought were your friends that are no longer your friends.
That's right.
You just have to continue to do what you do. Like I've lost, I can't even count no more how many friends that I've lost, even during this pandemic. But I mean, I understand that, but just finding people that get it is important, because if you don't have nobody to talk to about the things that go on, it's like all of this stuff is going on in your head and like you're not having anybody to talk to. So I agree with finding people, like-minded people. And that was another thing, Kim, like finding like-minded women that are all on the same page, because if you have somebody in your group that's like not on the same page, it's like not going to work. So just continuing to attract those women who do have the right mindset, because I'm not gonna lie, everybody don't have the right mindset to be a business owner. Everybody don't have the right mindset to do what we do. So it has to, the people have to mesh well in these certain type of groups of women. So that's what I would suggest too. Just finding more like-minded women. I mean, you can have like a mix or a networking thing.
Yeah.
I like events like that, but it has to have a purpose. I'm not just going to be cute. Like what
Exactly.
How are we gonna make some money together? That's
exactly. How we gonna progress together? Am I gonna learn something new when I leave? Am I gonna leave with another tool, another something?
Y'all go.
Now we're gonna wrap it up because we are at 8:51, y'all. This has been epic. This has been amazing. I got one more question for everybody, and this is a positive. So in the spirit of positivity and affirmations and us being able to go back and look at this in April of 2021, give me a goal for your business or your brand that a year from now you want to see in fruition. One that you can say out loud, because don't be saying stuff that don't nobody need to know about right now.
I won't.
Okay. You ain't got to tell me twice. But what is a business? And it can be something really general. It can be a number of followers. It can be a number of sales. It can be a new project. I'll start for April of 2021. I want 25 different shows on the programming docket for Soul Say & Co. 25. That's heavy. But I can do it.
You can.
Got this, girl.
All right, what about you guys?
By next April of 2021, I will hopefully have a full social media education hub like on my website. So look out for that. It's coming. I have to keep telling myself, because today I'll start working on it and tomorrow I'll stop. So like that is gonna be done by 2021. I'm gonna have a whole slew of courses for people to take, because let's be real, courses can help propel your business forward at an extreme rate. So I'm gonna have these courses finished. I have everything outlined, and so I feel comfortable saying this because I have the stuff done. You just gotta do it.
Do it.
So by 2021, I will have a great set of courses that business owners can take at Thames Media Solutions.
That's right.
That's epic.
Girl,
What about you, ladies?
I'm going on that as soon as we get off. Like, and I'm gonna get my Get Money hoodie. Okay, let's get it.
There you go.
I'm gonna get
My
me
goal for by the next
all the money. So let me get my hoodie.
quickly. Let's see. By April 2021, you will see me on your TV screen or hear me on your radio airwaves on a larger entity. I will have shows and that I'll be able to monetize off of, because I try to give a really good show. I give you all my best and my good content. And I just want to increase my revenue streams. They say that like the people that actually are able to get it, they have what is it 7 streams?
It's 11 now. The average millionaire has 11 streams of income.
If I could get to 7, I'll be blessed. And that's just where I'm at. I want to just continue to keep increasing, and because it's not about fame or nothing. I want to have access for, healthcare, just different things. I want to be able to have that access. So that's what 2021 is looking like.
You want to live your best life like Michelle Shirt.
Yes. That's exactly what I want to do.
Okay, so for me, April 2021, I want to have full courses just teaching people how to screen print, how to start a t-shirt line, just really the steps in making it, how to work a heat press. And I need to start because I got a YouTube channel that I haven't started all the way, but it's in the works. But but I want to have, in-person type of workshops to be able to teach people one-on-one. And I want to be able to give back. I used to work at the juvenile detention center, so I want to go there and go talk to the boys and show them how to start a t-shirt line. These are simple things you can do, so when you get out, you can go ahead and sell those instead of stuff you ain't supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I want to be next year. Just more public speaking and teaching and things like that.
I love it.
I feel like I didn't get a chance to touch on that, y'all. That probably seemed real into myself. Those are my personal goals, but definitely, as far as helping people to better promote, I want to help businesses as far as with developing different programs to get more exposure for their business. That's a part of the Blueprint Media Company. That's what I want to do too. So, because we got to give back. We talked about that, Kim. So
yes, and it's so funny, y'all, because these are like all my notes from I know you probably can't see it, but I took notes. I'm like, this is a good idea. But I want to thank you guys for coming and being a part. This is what it was for. There's a space that needs to be filled. And I believe that transparency, vulnerability, like you said, Michelle, being open to different ideas, being open to each other, being open about our struggles, being open about what we know in our expertise, and really supporting each other is going to really make a difference. And I want y'all to remember what your goals were, because next March, I'm going to be like, so remember your goal from last year? How you doing?
So be looking out for the Get Money workshops, April.
I'm ready. Look, I'm going to be there.
I'm trying to be a host, ma'am. I do hostings as well.
Look at y'all collaborate.
I'm getting the
Look, Michelle got the plug on the social media and all the real money.
Michelle gonna help me with the speaking. First of all, that's what Michelle gonna help me do, because she got it on the speaking.
Okay, Michelle, are you gonna lead a private Black biz girl? Can we get
a seminar? We're gonna turn off the live and then be like, okay, Michelle, go.
Okay, I need a course.
Whatever y'all need, I got y'all. I am not a hoarder of information. If you know me for real, you know that I give out so much free information, which is probably a bad thing. Not a bad thing, but it kind of might hurt me a little bit sometimes. But I give out so much free information.
It's gonna be good. You know what? Let me say this though. You give a lot on your statuses, but you making it easy for yourself, because when it's book time, girl, all you got to do is run all them statuses together.
That's about that.
But it's gonna be for who it's gonna be for. So if it's for you receive it, you gonna read it. It's not for everybody. It's for the ones that's supposed to receive it.
Mm-hmm, right. The statuses like that are helpful. If you guys notice, them don't get 60 likes. Them get 4. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. You just go on and gather that up, girl. That's you got your whole outline for your book done, girl. Already done. Okay.
I just sent a friend request. I don't care.
She said, I appreciate you guys so much for allowing me to feature you guys, for even taking part in this call, for being great. Everyone in the public doesn't know, like, I've been messaging you guys for the past 2-3 weeks now. Okay, this is coming, I need you to do this, I need you to do this. And you guys have been not only helpful with your information, but you guys have supported me during a really rough time. I just kind of want to let everybody know before we go. So
we heard you, Kim.
All of my sites were hacked. Like, was this like 2 weeks ago, guys? A week? I don't even know how long ago it was, because the days have been like fusing together. And it was rough because I had just released the Black Girl Biz Club stuff, and you guys were sharing stuff, and I was like, oh my God. And when I came to the group to tell you guys what happened, you guys were extremely supportive. And you guys were like, Kim, you got this, girl, go do what you got to do. And you had so much faith in me that I could get it done, that I've been getting it done. So I just want to thank you guys, because that was literally a time where it was like, this is why I created this, so that there was somebody that you can have to go to and say, oh my God, y'all, this happened. And hear these motivational things like, you got a girl. It ain't nothing smart. Girl, look.
I was like, oh, baby.
Small things to a giant.
Yeah. I needed that.
What's up?
That. And I thank you guys for that. That's why we started Black Girl Biz.
Because we done all been through some janky things that didn't happen, and you just got to keep it rolling and figure it out. It's been times I done have shirts. I done fucked the shirts up. I didn't know how I was going to figure it out, but I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be crafty and creative, and you just got to do something else.
You got to figure it out. And whoever's listening to this, if you in your business and you pushing and you want to be at one of our levels, you just got to figure it out. That's
you got to wipe them tears, honey, and just keep going.
You are allowed a moment, an episode, or a season, depending on the situation, but you better not sit there. Don't sit there. Keep going. That's all.
Even right now, I wanted to say that too earlier. Even right now, do not go off the grid. Like, people have told me, like, I can't believe you still working. I can't believe you still promoting your products. I can't believe you still doing this. What am I supposed to do? I don't have a 9-to-5. I don't have a regular check. I still have to work. Don't feel like you're being insensitive right now because you're still working in your business. Just figure out how you can provide value to people right now. So do not stop. Keep going. Like, that's
then what I want to say too, even if you don't feel like, promoting or doing your business, you might need to work some things on yourself. So I've been like more into yoga and more into meditation and getting my head right. So I'll be able to promote more. You know what I'm saying? When it's time, when I know it's time, I'm going to know it's time to go.
Yeah,
so
because
now for me, it's like an inward moment for me right now.
That's right.
So I'm just getting myself together. I guess it's just like, don't let this time go by without doing something. Don't just sit and do nothing this whole time. Either promote your business or work on yourself or get a hobby or something. Like, don't avoid this time with being with yourself right now, because it's for a reason.
We needed that, and I might put y'all in a clip from my other show, shameless plug for Black Quarantine Report, where we talk every weekday at 8 p.m. about the quarantine. We talk about this. It don't have to be a business. If you don't have a business in your heart, that's fine, but you need to leave this time better than when you came into it. Whether it be a bond with your family, whether it be a bond with yourself, whether it's a business, whether you lose weight, whether you stop drinking, whether you
get healthier,
whatever you need to do, leave this time better than how you came in. Everybody.
A word.
So thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
Everybody, head over to the website, blackgirlbiz.club. If you click on Launch Month, these lovely ladies' photos are there. You can click on their feature and learn all about them and their businesses, how to support them, how to spend money with them, because that's what we are talking about, how to circulate the Black Lady Dollar. So if you guys enjoyed this, copy the link, send it to your girl, let her get some gems and some information and some laughs. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining. Oh, no. Wait, real quick. Everybody drop your socials. Wait, Michelle, then Michi, then Portia. Everybody drop your socials, your website, all of it.
All right.
Okay, so on social media, you can follow me on Instagram My Instagram handle is at naturalista86. My lifestyle website is happilyevernatural.com. And my social media agency's website is Thames Media Solutions. And you can follow us on social media, all handles Thames Media Solutions.
Yes.
All right, you next, Beach.
So silly.
Okay, on Facebook, I'm Demetria Miss Michi. That's MZMETCHI Brown. On Instagram, I'm Miss Michi. That's MZMETCHI. On Instagram, you can follow the BP Media Co. as well as on Twitter, and it's the Blueprint Media Company spelled out on Facebook. If you're interested in services or any type of promotion for your business or entities, you can reach out to the bpmediaco.com, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome. Thank you. Come on, Porsche, give it to him.
Okay, so Instagram, you can follow me at Porsche911. That's my personal page, PORSHNINEELEVEN. The brand's the brand's Instagram is This Is My Get Money _IG, or you can shop online at www.thisismygetmoneycollection.com.
And please get a hoodie, a shirt. Well, summer finna come, so go ahead and get you a shirt right now.
Yeah.
But y'all, when I tell you it's
I
a
got
whole
some coming, though.
vibe.
I can't say, but it's gonna be kind of a nice little summer hoodie. Kind of it's like a thin little hoodie. I got some
With
for the ladies
that?
coming. It's coming. It's a nice crop. It's cute.
Bringing out the nice summer hoodies on them. I'm with
I'll
that.
wait. I'll wait for
It's
that.
real lightweight.
Okay, I want one of them.
And you know
I'm
I do
excited
professional
about
brand ambassadorships. Don't get it twisted. Let's
Oh,
I'm
get
telling
my
y'all earlier, it's gonna be a small drop. It's real small drop, real small. Y'all gotta be ready for it.
we
Thank
got
y'all
very
for tuning
limited.
in. Again, I'm Kim Brio. You can find me on the socials at I am Kim Brio. That's IMKIMBRIO. Black Girl Biz Club, as if I haven't dropped it enough. blackgirlbiz.club. And if you want to know about any of the other things that I have going on, you can go to kimbrio.com. That's KIMBRIO.com. So I'm gonna let y'all go because it's Saturday night. I know it's probably somebody on live DJing or something.
Yeah, I need to check out Teddy Riley and Baby
I'm gonna go see
Ray.
what Corona is going on right now.
Y'all like, yeah. Listen, can I just tell y'all all the black girl that was on that screen, all the screen, the air grabs at one time. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for everybody tuning in. We will catch you on the flip side. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.